Hola! I know, I'm weird. Sorry. Hi! So, Twisted review. Let's get started. The episode starts and she's put in a jail cell, which, like, as soon as this episode came on, I was just like, oh my gosh, I know Karen's lying. I don't know, I just had this theory the whole time. I was just like, Karen's totally lying for Danny. I mean, what mother wouldn't lie for her son, you know? Or for their kid. Yeah, I knew it was all a fake, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Karen, just stop lying. I don't know. I understand, and I don't. I'm just like, I don't want her to go to jail, because Danny's all she has, and, but, she's just trying to cover his butt, so, hey, just trying to be a good parent. And I felt really bad for Danny, because, he has to see his mom like that, and it's kind of like their roles are reversed, because first his mom had to see him in juvie for what he did, and now he kind of has to see her in jail for fakely confessing. I just felt really bad though, because it's like, why are you doing this? Like, you're totally leaving me alone in this world, I mean, not that he really trusts her anyway, but it's just like, I don't know. I just felt bad because it's like the only person he has is inside a jail cell. Well, or holding them, because it wasn't with roommates, but whatever. You know what I mean. And I was really shocked that Joe's dad invited Danny to stay with him. And I was just like, what? I mean, he's never really liked Danny, and he's never really liked the idea of Joe hanging out with Danny or anything Danny related. So I'm just like, is this just another trick of his, like, using Danny? I mean, I honestly think some part of him kind of genuinely cares, but I honestly thought it was just all a trick. And, still shipping the whole Daisy ship. I love them together, and, I just really wish they would tell Joe already that they're dating, because Joe's already gotten her heart broken, so, I mean, it may hurt her feelings more to know that her best friends are dating, but at least she'll know, right? So I totally think they should have told her. And, and then you find out that Danny's only other relative, if Karen actually went to jail for her confession, he'd have to move to Arizona, because his only other relative is, his grandma, and I'm just like, Arizona? I mean, that just seems really far, because I think it's supposed to be set in Connecticut, right? Yeah, I just know that's a really long ways, and that would just really suck. I mean, but at least nobody would know him, You have a whole new life. But he wants to keep Lacey and Joe, of course, because Joe's his best friend, and Lacey's his girlfriend / best friend. And, Chief Masterson just keeps saying, Karen, we know you're lying, so just stop this, go home, retract your confession. And, I was really surprised that she did not give up her lie at all. Like, she just kept to it. She's like, I'm not lying because I really did kill Regina, and blah, 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 and yeah, it's me, and whatever. And, I was just like, okay, I mean, if you want to do this, I mean, it's what you want to do. There's nothing you can do about it, really. And, oh my gosh, I thought Rico was so stupid. When he was like, yeah, I told your dad about, how Karen threw the necklace in the lake or whatever. And I'm just like, Rico, do you know what you just said? I mean, obviously he was just talking without realizing. He realized right after he said it, and Joe gave him that look. I was just like, oh my gosh, now Joe is going to be, like, so mad at you. Which I thought she would be, like, really mad at him, but thankfully it was kind of just a smidget of madness. So, she was just like, don't do that anymore. Which I totally understand. I thought he was stupid for telling in the first place. I mean, honestly, like, yes, the police are important and everything. And yes, you should tell them everything you know about a case. But, since this is a TV show, I'm going with TV logic. I was just like, yeah, you totally should have talked to Joe about this first. I just did not understand. And, you know, when Lacey's like, oh, my dad's coming in town and everything, um, and, you know, and they show her parents, I'm just like, they fight a lot. Like, I know it was just, the first time they showed them, it was just like a little argument, kind of, but just from those like tiny arguments, I can already tell that they fight all the time. Like, they fight over the dumbest things. Just, like Lacey said, they fight about anything. Their decisions, their choices, like, everything. It's just like, oh my gosh. I thought it was really sweet how Joe made an effort to be with Lacey because, you know, Danny really wants them to become real friends again, which I do too. And I thought it was nice how, you know, Joe was kind of having Lacey's back on everything. And yeah. And on my paper, I wrote Danny, exclamation point. Why did you tell him? Question mark, exclamation point. Sadly, I don't really know what I was talking about, but I'm pretty sure I'm talking about him and Chief Masterson, and I think he told him, oh, okay, this is the part when he told him about how the necklace appeared in his locker, which I thought was so stupid, and I was just like, Danny, are you trying to put yourself in juvie again? I mean, I just didn't understand. I mean, I don't know, him and Karen think that, oh, Chief Anderson's nice to me, he's not after me, or my mother, or my son, I should totally open up to him. Like, no, that's not what you should be doing. Because I was like, Danny, you do understand that you're still a suspect, right? And you can be convicted for this, if you wanted to. I did not understand that, at all. And when Joe's mom came to visit Karen, honestly, all I could really think was Karen's hair is a mess. I mean, at least hers is really messy, because I don't know if it's just me, this is a little sidetrack, but do you guys ever notice how sometimes at like one scene, Joe's hair is crimped, and then it'll go to Lacey or whoever she's talking to, and then when it goes back to her, her hair is like neatly curled? I hate that. Like, I don't know why, but that, I mean, I know why. It annoys me. It's just like the scene seems kind of inconsistent. It's like, Joe, wasn't your hair just, you know, messy? And now it's like beautifully curled and everything. And I'm just like, no. Bad editing. Yeah, I just don't understand when they do that. And I was really glad that, you know, when Joe and Lacey got to the party, that Joe kind of lightened the mood amongst Lacey's parents. And, you know, because I think, you know, that's what Lacey really needed. She needed somebody to be there to break the ice and, like, to stop them from fighting, which I'm glad Joe did that. I thought it was so gross how when Danny had to look through his mom's laptop and he found those pictures of his principal, I was just like, ew. Like, I can't believe she didn't delete those. I mean, it was in her trash bin, but you can permanently delete from your trash bin. Permanently. But, you know, I was just like, she didn't really delete those. I mean, I don't know. I would have deleted it, put it in the trash bin, and then permanently deleted it from the trash bin. Like, no. No thank you. Those are weird. And just like Danny, I just would have been like, disturbing. Oh my gosh. Such a shocker when Joe goes to the pantry and finds Lacey's dad and Mitch making out. I was like, no way. I could not believe it. I was just like, what is going on here? Kind of like Joe. I was just like, speechless. Just like, okay? Like, I don't know. I probably felt a lot like Joe, just uncomfortable, awkward, confused, and everything in between. And I thought, oh my gosh, Karen's flashback to when she called Danny a brat, I was like, that was really rude. I mean, you're the one, no offense, but you're the one who said that you'd rather have a daughter than a son. I mean, and I just don't understand why you would say that, especially in front of him. And even if you are going to say that, you should word it like, I wish like, even if she said it, she should have said it either like, I wish I had a daughter, but instead I have this amazing son, you know, like compliment him at the same time. Or she should have been like, I love Danny, but, you know, I wish I also had a little girl here with me, like, kind of including him in, but no, she was just, like, flat out, I wish I had a girl. I mean, you know what she means, but Danny doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I thought it was really weird how she called him a brat when he was just, stating the facts. Kind of smart mouth, but, you know. I thought it was nice that Lacey and Joe are getting along, and yeah, I totally agreed with Lacey when she was like, Joe, you get me more than anybody else, like Sarita and the other girl, and I was just like, that is so true. Like, honestly, Lacey's friends don't really care. I mean, of course they care about her, but they just, like, they just play around with her past like it's nothing. Like, oh my gosh, it's Danny. Like, they're kind of insensitive about all that stuff, which I don't like about them. I was just like, oh my gosh, when Joe told Lacey, and, you know, Lacey's face is just like, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. And then when it settles in, she's like, oh my gosh, my dad's gay. And, you know, Lacey gets up, and I'm like, what is she going to do? I mean, is she going to go cry in a corner? Is she going to go confront her dad? Is there going to be a big argument? I didn't really know. I was really glad that Rico and Danny had their little sit down, and, you know, they had their little bro-to-bro talk. And I really hope that they can have a bromance, you know, and connect more, because Rico and Danny really need to start getting along with each other. Because if Danny is going to be hanging out with, well, dating Lacey, then, you know, Joe and Rico need to have each other. And hopefully they can start dating. What would they be called? Drico? Jico? I don't know. Joko? I don't know. Their couple name would be weird. I mean, yeah. I thought, you know, I felt really bad for Lacey because, you know, she can't even really, like, focus. I mean, she can, but, you know, she just wants to ignore it, and, you know, she's in there, and she's trying to light the birthday candle cake, but her mom comes in, and she just tells her mom, you and Dad just need to talk, because, obviously, you know, it's a lot for Lacey to handle by herself, so, you know, they just had that talk that really needed to be had. And I thought it was really sweet how when Danny went to go visit his mom, like the last time before the episode ended, I thought it was really sweet how his voice was cracking throughout his, like, little speech. And I was just like, oh, Danny, you really miss your mommy. So yeah, and then I know I've said this a billion times, but I'm glad that Lacey and Joe are becoming friends again. I'm not going to say anything more. And then what I don't understand is, you know, then Karen has her flashback again, and Vic actually says, oh, I'll be in Connecticut, you know what to do. And I'm just like, so Karen knows about Connecticut. And, Vic, hold on, I'm trying to, like, decode this. I don't know. But I was just really confused, and I was like, well, what the heck is going on in Connecticut, you know? She obviously knows that he's doing something, because he was like, you know, the drill, basically. And, yeah, hopefully that'll come out soon, which I honestly don't think it will come out this season, probably next season. Hopefully they get it. I think they're getting it next season. And, you know, and then Chief Masterson was like, Danny, you should totally just tell the truth. Tell Lacey and Joe they stood by you through everything else. Why wouldn't they stand by you through this? And yeah, Chief Masterson was wrong and Danny was right. He should have just kept it from them, because Lacey and Joe just totally ditched him. And yeah, I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like, you guys, like, you stuck to him through everything. You don't believe that he didn't do it? I mean, I understand more so Lacey's part, because Regina was her friend, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But kind of like on Joe's part, I think I understand more, because I guess it's like, oh my gosh, you hurt Lacey, you know, they are building a little bond again. But, you know, he kind of just hurt everyone, not purposefully, of course, but, yeah, I just felt really bad that they kind of just walked away from them. And then Lacey's like, we're over. I'm just like, no. I'm like, Daisy can't be over. Hmm. Hopefully they'll get back together. They have to. Too many people ship Daisy for them not to. And then Rico, when he's at the cafe, he gets the freaking video of Lacey and Danny making out in his house. And I'm just like, I really hope they didn't send that to like the whole school, which I actually think they did, because in the previews you see everyone checking their phones and they have like shocking faces and everything, and so obviously they send it to everybody. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like Archie, really? I know Archie is behind all of, well, not maybe all of it, but it's definitely Archie and Tyler in it together. I don't know why they hate each other so much. I mean, why they hate Danny so much. I mean, I don't know. Just get over it. He's back in town and he's making friends. So don't be jealous just because Danny's the new hot topic and you're not. Toodles!